and John Adams its first vice president. They were re-elected in 1793. While her husband was vice president, Abigail Adams lobbied the new government for equality of education for men and women. In 1797, George Washington retired to Mount Vernon, Virginia. John Adams narrowly defeated Thomas Jefferson and became the nation's second president. Abigail promised she would be his fellow laborer, and she was. No man ever prospered in the world, she later wrote, without the consent and cooperation of his wife. In 1800, the nation's capital was moved from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. The Adamses were the first to live in the executive mansion, soon to be known as the White House. During Adams' 4 years as president, the French seized hundreds of American ships and then demanded to be paid just to talk of peace. Adams refused, bringing the two nations to the brink of war. Adams kept the peace, but he lost the support of many Americans. He was defeated by Thomas Jefferson in the presidential election of 1800. John and Abigail retired to their home in Quincy, Massachusetts. In February 1803, their son John Quincy was elected to the Senate. In 1824, he was elected the nation's sixth president. Abigail Adams died on October 28, 1818, from typhoid fever. The tidings of her illness, Reverend Peter Whitney said at her funeral, were heard with grief in every house. On July 4, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, John Adams died. Thomas Jefferson, by then a close friend of Adams, died the same day. My father had nearly closed the 91st year of his life. President John Quincy Adams said of his father, "A life illustrious in the annals of the country and of the world." John and Abigail are buried side by side in the United First Parish Church in Quincy, Massachusetts.